Why is being healthy important? Eating well, staying active, and avoiding things that are harmful to the body are all important for preventing health problems and living longer. But could these factors have effects beyond just ourselves? Studies looking at the health of a population over a long time period have revealed the impact health can have across multiple generations. For example, recent work looking at small populations in Sweden has identified connections between the diet of a person's mother, father, grandmother, and grandfather in influencing the risk of all causes of mortality in adult life. But how does this happen? How can the lifestyle and behaviour of our parents and grandparents influence our health before we are even born or conceived? Let's break this down into the different ways mothers, grandmothers, fathers, and grandfathers can pass on the effects of their lifestyle to future generations. Section 1. Mothers. During pregnancy, mothers supply food and oxygen to the fetus developing in their womb. Extensive investigations in animals have shown the effects of reduced food intake during pregnancy. This has led to an understanding of the effects of a restricted diet at different points of pregnancy and the importance of different food types on normal fetal growth and birth weights. Studies of the effects of famine have been able to examine the effects of starvation during pregnancy in humans. The Dutch hunger winter is one of the best researched examples. During the occupation of the Netherlands between 1944 and 1945, food supplies fell extremely low, with people frequently having to consume as little as 600 calories a day. Decades after the famine finished, the health of children born from mothers who were pregnant during the famine was examined. They were found to have an increased risk of developing heart disease, diabetes, and mental health problems such as schizophrenia, showing the lasting effects of starvation during pregnancy. In separate research, exposure to pollutants, decreased oxygen levels, and even the amount of exercise a mother does during pregnancy have all been shown to affect fetal development and alter the risk of developing different conditions as an adult. This leads us to the idea of fetal programming. The central idea of fetal programming is that stimuli from the environment during development results in permanent changes in a developing organism's structure or function. Generally, programming results in changes that help to adapt an offspring to the environment outside of the womb. But if the actual environment is different to the one during pregnancy, then the changes that occur due to fetal programming may not necessarily be beneficial and can increase the risk of offspring health problems in adult life. Therefore, through fetal programming, maternal health is capable of influencing offspring characteristics, which can increase the risk of developing disease as an adult. Programming can occur through a variety of methods and can affect every cell in the developing fetus, which creates a route for grandmothers to affect grandchildren's health. Cells of special interest in the developing fetus are germ cells. Primordial germ cells first appear in the early weeks of fetal development, and after a series of complicated movements to the developing fetus, they settle and are vital in organizing the correct development of the reproductive organs. The germ cells that settle in these organs are the precursors in the formation of gametes, also known as eggs and sperm that will form the offspring of the developing fetus. These cells are susceptible to programming as well. Environmental factors during pregnancy, such as pollutant exposure, have been shown to alter gene expression in germ cells. Altered gene expression in germ cells will then go on to alter gene expression in gametes. These gametes will then go on to be used in fertilization and will thus alter gene expression in an early embryo. Altered gene expression in the embryos of third-generation offspring will then lead to changes in the development of these grandchildren.